So I'm finally in my hotel in Washington, D.C. at 1 o'clock in the morning after 15 fucking hours of travel because my direct flight in the middle of the day that I paid extra for was canceled because the temper tantrum tangerine can't do the very basics of running a fucking government. And the FAA and air traffic controllers who aren't getting paid had to fucking close the goddamn airspace and fuck everything all up, which is not their fault at all. In fact, I was incredibly impressed with how nice and accommodating everybody was at the airports, considering half of them weren't getting paid and the other half were having to deal with all of the fuckery of all of our fucked up travel plans because some incompetent authoritarian apricot doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. They were super nice, and they got us on another flight that connected in fucking Cincinnati, Ohio. Our flight was delayed, and they just banked on the other flight being delayed, and they're like, you'll probably make it. And then we didn't, but they were super nice, and they held the plane for us. And that was really nice. And we like ran to get on the next plane. We got on there and we taxied out. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm getting in late and this sucks. But you know what? All of this is for the greater good. And I can tolerate this because the shutdown is going to make a difference in people's lives. And I can deal with a little bit of inconvenience for that. And then after we taxied out and got de-iced and we're like ready to take off. And they're like, oh wait, no, never mind. We can't fly into DC right now because, you know, all of the fuckery. And we're just gonna have to sit here on the tarmac for 2 hours. And it was on one of them little fucking pop can airplanes, you know, that didn't have any plug-ins for your phone or television or anything like that. Like, okay, cool, we're gonna sit here on the dark on a runway in fucking Ohio and somebody keeps shitting their pants behind me and somebody else is just letting their kid run all around and come touch my stuff and I'm not in the mood. Like, it's fine, we're dealing with all this inconvenience for the greater good and I've got nothing else to do now but scroll my phone and what do I see when I open my fucking phone? 7 fucking feckless, spineless Democrats and John Fetterman, who's not one, but he pretends to be one, decided to vote to cave and end the shutdown with 0 concessions and nothing but a pinky promise that the Republicans might talk about saving health care later on. Millions of people are going to lose health care. Millions more insurance premiums are going to go up. We are going to get nothing, and I am sitting on a fucking taxiway in a pop can in Cincinnati with nothing else to do but Google how many gallons of gasoline the kids in Nepal used. Look, guys, it's not over yet. If your senator voted to reopen the government, and here is the list, fucking call them right now and tell them to get their fucking shit together. Because there's still another vote and they can switch back, okay? And you need to tell them to do that. And Democrats, why do you do this? Huh? Every fucking time. It's like we have a big win, right? And everybody's like getting amped up. And then what do you fuck sticks do? Do you just look out over the masses and be like, oh my God, they're getting a little bit of hope and we can't have that. So we need to crush that and remind them that we are completely incapable of doing anything ever. I've literally never seen any group of people so good at fucking sucking at everything. And I mean, really, this was on us for, you know, believing that maybe this was the time. Maybe this was the time. It was okay to dare to have a little tiny bit of hope that you people could do your fucking job. You had one job. You can't do anything else but keep the government shut down as your only leverage until you get stuff. And you can't do that because you suck so bad at your fucking job that you've lost to Donald Trump twice and given him the entirety of the government under his control. And if you ever wonder how you sucked so bad that happened, this is how, because you do this shit. Stop, okay? Go out here and unfuck your little fuck up here because I sure as shit did not sit for 2 hours on a tarmac in Cincinnati for fucking nothing. All right, guys, just go fucking call your senators. If it's any one of these senators is yours, call them repeatedly and tell them to get their act together. And call Chuck Schumer while you're at it, because even though he voted no, he's the Senate minority leader. It is his job to make sure that the other senators get in line. And he couldn't lead a fucking drunk to the bar. He needs to get them in line, and then he needs to step aside and let anybody who is even remotely competent at their job take his position. But we'll worry about that later. Just call your senators right now and tell them to keep that shit shut down until we have guaranteed concessions on healthcare. Period. That is non-negotiable, and we need to keep it that way. And stay tuned. I'm officially in DC, and we're gonna be doing big things.